Well, hello everyone, it's Guerrilla Enby, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a pre-recorded video for once. Today I'm going to be talking about an interesting individual by the name of Dillin Thomas. But I guess before I get into that, I need to kind of give some context to the situation so you understand and have an idea of what I'm talking about. Well, Pyrocynical recently got himself into some hot water due to having sexual relations with a 15-year-old kid online as a 19-year-old man. And there has been some contention amongst the internet on this issue. There are people that claim that there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that Pyro knew that the kid was 15 at the time. However, there is quite a plethora of circumstantial evidence that leads me to believe that Pyrocynical more than likely knew the kid's age. And then, when the kid turned 16, Pyro learned that the kid was 16 and continued to be sexual with the kid. And even though the age of consent is 16 in his area as well as the kid's area, I still find it to be rather immoral, even though it is legal. The age of consent in Nigeria, for instance, is 11. That doesn't make it morally okay. Not to mention there was a significant power imbalance with Pyro being a multi-million sub YouTuber with just some random kid that happened to be a fan of him at the time. So there's quite a few layers of immorality going on here, really. Either way, it's immoral, and he shouldn't have done it, and quite frankly, the people that are letting him off the hook for this are rather foolish in my view. If you would like to have a little bit more context, since that was very brief and oversimplified, feel free to check out a video I did with Canine Cassie about it, link in the description. The video I did with her was a response to Dillin Thomas, a Sonic YouTuber, talks about Chris Chan a lot for some reason. I always found that kind of interesting. It's the 2020s, bro. You could probably find something better to talk about with your time. Then again, of course, the 12-year-olds that managed to get a hold of mommy's credit card are paying for this type of bottom feeder, lowest common denominator shit content. So, I mean, I guess he's just gotta do what he's gotta do. But of course, recently Dillin decided to break his tradition of his, weekly Chris Chan video, really beating that dead horse, man. I don't know what you're doing there, man. Like, holy shit, dude. Find something better to talk about. I know this is completely irrelevant to what I'm about to talk about, but for God's sake, Dillin, it's so fucking annoying at this point. Anyway, so, he decided to make a video on this Pyrocynical scandal. And to keep it brief, it's a response to Turkey Tom, where Turkey Tom's contention with this was a argument based in morality and not legality. At no point in Turkey Tom's videos on the matter did he make any sort of legal arguments. He was merely arguing that what Pyrocynical did was immoral, and there's a plethora of circumstantial evidence to lead us to believe that Pyrocynical more than likely knew that he was underage, okay? And listen, I'm not a huge fan of Turkey Tom, by any means. Turkey Tom has done a lot of problematic shit. He's said a lot of, he's made anti-Semitic jokes, he's always dog-whistling for that far-right neo-Nazi edgy crowd. Not a big fan of the guy, by any means, but I have to side with Turkey Tom on this one, and that's what I did in my video with Cassie. And how would Dillin Thomas, the Sonic man himself, I'm sure he's a very level-headed guy, as all, people in their late 20s who make videos about a franchise that has sucked dick for the past 20 years tend to be. How did he respond to this? Well, today I'm going to be responding to his response that's mainly directed at me. It is almost completely irrelevant to any of the points I made in the video, so here we go. This video is bad, but bad enough to where I don't have to waste my time responding to a 404 sub nobody and his hypocritical communist sidekick. Couple points I have to make here real quick. First of all, what does the fact that I'm a communist have to do with anything in this situation? Now, granted, in my video with Cassie, I did bring up the fact that Dillin is a self-described libertarian. However, that was relevant to the discussion at hand because, you see, Dillin was essentially basing his morality off of laws dictated by a state apparatus, which I found quite ironic as someone who, coming from someone who's a self-described libertarian, so that's why I brought that up. But here, there's absolutely no relevance to the fact that I'm a communist. He just wants to point that out because I guess communism is bad, therefore I'm bad. And of course he also calls me the T-slur. I'm not really sure how that is relevant either. I understand that he's just trying to, like, insult me or hurt me. I just, yeah, it doesn't really hit as hard when it's coming from a stupid, frothing-at-the-mouth, idiotic neckbeard that makes videos about Sonic the Hedgehog online. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm really sorry, but holy shit, it's kind of hard for me to take you seriously. Like, you're such a fucking loser, dude. Have you looked at yourself? Oh my god. Anyway, I don't want to make a 50-part response chain just because two words don't understand how words work, so I'll make this short. You said I was wrong about the age of consent. Well, I double-checked it, and for Pyro it's 16, and for Ivory it's 16, so you were wrong there. Yes, but that age of consent only applies to sexual intercourse. What Cassie was referring to was the fact that it is illegal for an adult to entice or coerce someone under 18 into participating in sexual activity. Using the mail or any facility or means of interstate or foreign commerce to entice or coerce someone younger than 18 years of age to engage in sexual activity is a crime punishable by fine and not less than 10 years imprisonment or life. Now that is a U.S. federal law. The UK does not have laws such as this, so technically speaking, Pyro did not break the laws of his state or jurisdiction. However, wouldn't it be embarrassing for you if that wasn't what we focused on in the original video at all? We focused on the fact that we see it as immoral, because it is immoral. And I find it really cringe when people base their entire moral philosophy based off of laws dictated to them by a state apparatus. Because if we do this, then smoking weed is immoral, prostitution is immoral, but these things aren't immoral. Furthermore, he says, you said that there is proof that Pyro knew Ivory was 15. When did either of us say that? We said there's significant amount of circumstantial evidence to point to that Pyro more than likely knew he was 15 at the time of role-playing sexually. And again, you can watch Turkey Tom's video, you can watch the video I originally made with Cassie, we talk about it. Yeah, like, just because there isn't a screenshot of Pyro explicitly stating that he knows, doesn't mean he didn't know. He frequently interacted with this person's tweets. This person frequently stated the fact that they were 15. His girlfriend knew that they were 15. We can infer that Pyro more than likely knew. But we're not saying definitively either way. We're just saying the circumstantial evidence that is available to us points to the probability. You say we don't know how words work, but I don't think you do, Dillin. No, there isn't. Both you two and Turkey Tom can make up as many hypotheticals as you want it. Doesn't mean that what you say is fact. Until you have a screenshot proof of Pyro acknowledging that he knew Ivory was 15, I will assume he didn't. In America, we believe that people are innocent until proven guilty. This is the standard I will hold Pyro to. So there's a few points of contention I have with that. One, Pyro doesn't really live in America, so I don't really see how that's relevant. Two, that is merely referring to the court of law. You're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Meaning that even if there was a screenshot revealed that Pyro actually knew that they were 15 the entire time, it wouldn't matter, because if you're going by this philosophy, you would have to be proven guilty in a court of law. A judge and a jury would have to convict you in a court of law if this is truly... So, like, this gives him so much wiggle room to move the goalpost no matter how much proof is actually presented, which I find pretty interesting. Okay, and then of course this is just a complete paragraph coming after me over things that are just completely irrelevant to the conversation. Finally, I find it funny that after all these years, Darkscythe, of all people, now speaks with a lighter voice and pretends like he is a girl. It's funny how time changes people. Now speaks with a lighter voice. Yeah, Dylan, that's kind of the idea, isn't it? Again, how is this relevant? I understand that you're trying to, like, hypocrisy burn me here, I guess, because I made transphobic jokes 5 fucking years ago. I don't know. Like, I mean, he even calls me a hypocrite earlier in this response, and I assume that's why he's calling me hypocritical? Which, it's interesting how you say I don't know what words mean or how words work when, yo, Dylan, you understand that having character development and changing your opinion over time when you've uncovered new information, that's not hypocrisy, that's changing your opinion. That's changing your philosophy. That's not what hypocrisy means, my dude. What? The textbook definition of hypocrisy is the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. So, if I were making jokes like that now, in the present day, I would be a hypocrite. But I don't make jokes like that anymore. So, you are nitpicking and biased. I win. Bye-bye. Anyway, listen, dude, it was nice having this little chat with you, I guess, even though you're too much of a pussy to actually, you know, have a call with us, which I understand. I mean, this guy's like Napoleon. He has little man syndrome. He talks about how, oh, this is just a 404 sub nobody, but sends his underage fan base to go dislike her videos because she dared to make a joke about your fucking girlfriend. Like, holy shit, dude, you're gonna sit here and make fun of me for being a communist tranny, but yet you don't even have the balls to take a fucking joke. But alas, the little guppies did what the Sonic LARPer told them to. So I guess they're getting that Q&A video now, right? Well, it's a little more complicated than that, unfortunately. Quite the Shakespearean tragedy, really. Since one of his fans decided to leak the fact that Dylan was being fucking stupid and sending his fan base after a so-called nobody, he gets really mad about somebody leaking shit. Okay, who will own up to leaking shit? What happened? That Q&A will not be happening. Remember when you were in school and one kid did something bad but nobody fessed up to it so the whole class was punished? He runs his server like it's fucking kindergarten, dude. Which kind of makes sense because I'm sure half of them actually are in kindergarten. So while you're watching this video and you look down below to see that there's a lot of dislikes, just remember, they came straight from Dillin Thomas Elementary School. Overall, I would say, stick to what you know best, which is Sonic and furry shit. Stick to what you know best, stay in your lane, and stop making a complete fucking ass out of yourself. That's really all I have to say. I'm Guerrilla Enby, and thank you for watching.